Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight and flex. The live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, boof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, boof. I mean, day walking, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Let's have a conversation this morning. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button, smash the dislike button, whatever it is you want to do. Whatever it is you want to do. DEW. There's an arrow right next to the like or dislike button. The arrow's pointing to the right. You press that button. It takes you to your page. Click post. That's how you share the video. You share the link, and it just says, what do you want to say? You know, post whatever you want to put. Title it. Just say, we outside. Drew's outside. And you come right back here. Takes a few seconds. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to YouTube to do anything. Because YouTube likes dysfunction. What they're going to do is they don't like it when we talk about the men that they find cute. So I put a little baby tank up here this morning. AI is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. So yeah. When we tell the truth about men that they find cute or fascinating, they do weird things like take subs and don't put us in an algorithm. But that's how I know I'm doing something right. And y'all already know documentation beats conversation. You know what I'm saying? So this is how we doing it. And I'm gonna keep telling the truth. And what you guys need to know this morning, because I know the Tank fans are gonna pull up. Come on, pull up. Because this is going to be another I told you so video, but really not what you think it is, because I'm more or less going to ask a question. The question is this: why is it wrong to expect excellence from our people that are in the limelight in anything? Acting, sports, politics. Why is it wrong to expect excellence? How do you want to be remembered? Does your last name mean anything? Do you honor your parents? And if your parents fell short in raising you, who raised you? Who are your heroes? Maybe it's a tough guy, a tough girl thing to say that, nah, I got it out the mud. My parents weren't ish. Everything that I've done in life, it's been all me. All right, cool. So what legacy do you plan on leaving? How do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered? If the answer is I don't care, which is usually a response out of anger, all right? So you don't care. Because some of these people in the limelight, they show us that they don't care. So why are you supporting them if they don't care? When you're asking a question as to why they're behaving in a certain manner, and their response is, I don't care, F this, F that, I'm doing me, that's the answer of a grown adolescent. That's why I got baby Tank here. You see, do you think that I want anybody black to fail in this world if they're doing right by themselves and they're carrying themselves in a positive manner? If you don't honor your parents or your bloodline, you should be the first to do something great so people say, remember him? But if you're about your bag and nothing else, what good are you? That's when people start asking, well, what have you done for the community? Nothing. You're only worried about yourself. Why do you think a lot of people let Floyd Mayweather Jr. go? All of this defending that we did for him when he was in the limelight. We were protecting his integrity when he really had none. He was about his money. And not to sound morbid, and I'm not wishing this on anybody, but I'm saying his plane could fall out the sky tomorrow. Nobody will care. Some people will get on here and laugh. Some people get on here and say karma. Not me. I'll say, oh, look at that. Great fighter. It's horrible he went out like that. I'll give you another example. Kobe Bryant and his daughter and several other people went out in a helicopter crash. Y'all know that video was online for a second? I have it. I'll never put it online though, because when it disappeared, they scrubbed the internet. I think they scrubbed the internet of it, but I saw it. There was a video. The day it happened, I saw it. I saw the video first. I said, what is this? My boy said, he called me, said, yo, Kobe Bryant was on that helicopter. I'm like, yo, who? No, he passed. Him and his daughter was on there, some other cats. I say, oh my God. The next day, that video was gone. But what legacy did Kobe Bryant leave? And with all of that, there were still women online saying, well, I don't feel bad. He was a rapist. He was exonerated from all of that. And there were still people walking around talking about that. What is your legacy? And when you're gone, who's going to protect you? There's more than enough people out here that say, you know what? When Floyd Mayweather passes, I'm cool. I'm cool on protecting him. I don't have to. He was a nightmare. People don't forget. And don't have kids walking around. Oh my God. Your daddy did such and such. They're going to remind you. How many times I got to say, you have a responsibility. When you reach a certain level in your craft, where the world notices you, whether you like it or not, you have a responsibility to yourself, to your name, to your kids if you procreating. Like it or not. What was Peter Parker told? With great power comes great responsibility, whether you like it or not. You procreate and make a baby. You're the man, right? Your responsibility is to that child, whether you like it or not. Now, you don't have to be around, but at some point in your life, you're going to have to deal with that. And if people know about you, they're going to remind you. Yo, man, what you preaching for? You ain't take care of that kid. And regardless of what the story is, that's for you to straighten out. And forgive me, I skipped the roll call this morning, but I'm passionate about this. So why am I wrong? Why are we wrong for holding our people in the limelight to a higher standard? And then when they don't behave, and we call it out. Why is it that the ignorance have the louder voice than the people with sanity? Every time this kid messes up, oh, he from the trenches. What does that mean? And why are you proud of that? That's the title of the show. Failure has a domino effect. So if you're justifying his misfortunes outside of the ring, what does that say about you? Jafar Cesar in that super chat, he says Kobe left, they started putting LeBron over him. There's a whole thing behind that. There's a whole thing behind that. When a black person does something great, they're always looking for, if they can't find a white hype, they'll find another Negro to replace him. It's strategic. It's organized confusion. That's why I don't engage in the GOAT conversation, because it always I can have a basketball conversation, but it always goes left because you always got to figure out who you're arguing with online. That's why I don't do debates on anything, because I could listen to a person and sum them up in about 5 minutes. Like, okay, there's no getting around this. He's just in love with this person and has an unconditional hate. When they were comparing Michael Jordan to Kobe Bryant, I understood the conversation, but I had a particular opinion about it. But I noticed the newer kids, it was all about Kobe. My era, I was just looking at facts. But I'm not about, and then they start talking about, well, Jordan's gambling problem. And at that point, I could have easily said, well, Mike ain't have no rape case. But I didn't engage. You see what I'm saying? I didn't engage because it went somewhere else. Just like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Both men are great. But while we're talking about boxing, it always comes up that he's a woman beater. And some rapper died that was in his camp. I'm like, whoa. Bring it back to boxing, please. But what's crazy is some of these guys, they're human and they get themselves in these situations where they don't need to be, and they leave that door open. And all I'm saying is, why, as a collective, these people in the limelight leave that door open, and when that door's open, the peanut gallery does not hold them accountable. They treat them like babies. That's why I got Baby Tank here. I'll give you another example. When Ryan Garcia was going on this racist tirade, and he was on that Twitter when Champ Side had to pull up on him, and he had that white dude, Champ Side, that white dude on there. And when Champ Side was grilling him on his meltdown, that white dude justifying everything Ryan did, what was he saying? He's young. He's young. That's the justification? Ryan is not young. He's a whole father. He's in his mid-20s. Don't put that on him. Don't put that on him. He's a father, and he should be held responsible. Now, he went on a racist meltdown, admitted to using drugs. At the last presser in New York, he admitted it. He said he was on shrooms. He's still lying about Ostarine. And they roll out the red carpet for him. Scared the crap out of his baby mama. Had to call the goddamn police on him. He's ruining hotel rooms, being let out with a Magneto helmet because he was a threat to himself. All of that happened. And they rolled out the red carpet for him. A few days ago, Tank Davis was just in court. Y'all know who this woman is in this picture? Y'all know who this woman is in this picture? Well, first of all, let's Althea M. Handy. And if I'm wrong on this, y'all can let me know. Currently holds the office of Maryland's 8th Judicial Circuit Court Judge, Baltimore City, until January 1st of 2036. Candidate for Maryland 8th Circuit Court Judge, Baltimore City, in 2020 Maryland general election. This woman is well accomplished. Verified web pages, Althea M. Handy. Professional experience, Maryland 8th Judicial Circuit Court Judge, 2002 to present. Baltimore City Assistant State's Attorney, 1987-2002. Woo! Social Security Administration Claims Examiner, 1981-1986. Woo! Blue Cross Blue Shield Information Assistant, 1979 to 1981. I was 4 years old in 1979. Degrees, J.D. University of Baltimore, 1986. Bachelor's in St. Mary's College Economics, 1979. Don't play with this woman. Do not play with this woman. Goes on and on and on. This is who she is. You can contact her right here. Oh, that's for a ballot. All right, but this is her. This is the queen in charge. All right? This is the woman that banged the gavel on this baby. This is the woman that banged the gavel on this baby. She's beyond auntie status. Some of y'all, she's grandma. So I just wanted to give you her credentials. She's qualified to tell you that you're wrong. Now, I want the Tank fans to pull up this morning because I'm really not talking boxing. Let's see how smart you are. Y'all finna have this conversation. I'll drop a link today. I'll have the conversation today. Niggas like to come in, yo, drop the link. Okay, I'm talking about etiquette. I'm talking about character this morning. Pull up and ask for a link this morning. I dare you. I dare you. This is not a boxing conversation. Because I'm going to tell you about what I see with Tank, and it's embarrassing. All I want is excellence from any black person in the limelight. Because you have a responsibility to yourself, your name, and your people, whether you like it or not. And this kid is acting like a baby. And it's ridiculous. Because you know what happens? If she banged the gavel in the other direction and locked his ass up, guess who runs to our chat? You know what I'll get over here? People that I've never seen before. Drew, you know what? You right. Yeah, you right. And I ain't gonna wave pom-poms and say, yeah, and bang on my chest saying, yeah, I was right. No. That might be a hater. For all I know, that might be a goddamn Zepeda fan, a Lomachenko fan, right? A Super Shakur fan, right? On a troll account that I had to block. But because the enemy of my enemy, they want to roll up and co-sign this morning. No. And let me give you one to grow on. How many times you seen Vasily Lomachenko get in trouble outside the ring? How many times you saw Gennady Golovkin get in trouble outside the ring? Dmitry Pirog. The only dude that I saw get in trouble outside the ring was KK Kovalev. And they don't even talk about that. Are y'all gonna wake up or not? So Tank fans, I'm always hating on Tank. Please, get in my chat and ask for a link this morning. Because I'm going to question Tank's character like I always do. Then I'm going to question yours. Because failure has a domino effect. All you niggas that get on here and justify him and say, oh, he from the trenches. He from the trenches. I want you to remember that cracker that was with Ryan Garcia. He's young. He's young. He said he wanted to resurrect George Floyd and delete him again and join the Ku Klux Klan. And your response is, he's young? He got a whole family. What are you talking about? He's young? That is what you kids call today cap. So Triple OG, Althea, layeth the smacketh down on him. But not like, listen, Althea's still looking out for him. Because by way of the law, unless I'm missing something, he's supposed to be sitting down in a cell somewhere. So let's read. Let me pull up this. Now I can't see the chat right now. I'm reading right now. I'm reading this thing. Reading this article. You know what? Why don't I just do this? I'll just share the screen so we can read as a family. Ain't no goddamn Tank fans gonna pull up. Baltimore judge spares. Now, wait, hold on. This is very important. We have jokingly said this in the past, but it's really not a joke. And a lot of y'all might have that youngest cousin or youngest brother, youngest sibling, that grandma always tells you, oh, leave him alone. Leave that boy alone. And he's the baddest one. He's running through the house. He's a nightmare. He's like the Tasmanian devil. When he walked through the door, he's a tornado knocking shit over. You know that little cousin that would grab the Transformers and break the leg off for no reason. He's not even trying to transform Optimus Prime. He's just trying to rip the damn leg off. You're like, yo, what are you doing? One of those. I had one of those. I used to kick his ass. Like, yo, wait, look, Justin coming? Nope. Close my room door. He ain't going in there. Come in the door. Auntie hugging mommy. He run right past everyone. Go dart to my room. Nope. Get the hell out of my... Nope. No. You ain't touching anything in there. He-Man arm missing. Nah, get out of here. Nope. He ain't going in there. Banging on the door. No. Grab the Atari joystick, trying to pull the... No, get out of here. Oh, leave him alone. He's just a kid. No, I will fuck him up today. No. Get out. That's Tank. He needs his ass kicked. That's how he's gonna learn. That's how he's gonna learn. Leave him alone. It was always my lightest cousin, the light-skinned nigga. The little small light-skinned nigga, he was an absolute nightmare. I asked the OGs that are still alive today, I'm like, yo, you know, remember when he was oh man, he was a nightmare. But Auntie never let us kick his ass. I got my ass kicked. I found out quick. You don't go in Derek's room and start goofing off. One punch to the forehead, that was the end of it. Exactly, Stormy. You got to put all your good stuff away. Put everything in the closet and wrap a belt around it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Because Junior coming. The smallest one, the youngest one, the most light-skinned. Oh, leave him alone, leave him alone. No. No, absolutely not. And even right now, he's dead wrong. This dude is a whole father. And it says right here, judge spares him. Spared him jail time. She's still looking out for him. See what I mean? see what I mean? Now, I want you to look at this picture. I'm going to tell you personally what's embarrassing about this. This picture to me does not look normal. He looks like a goddamn circus freak. I understand the tats on the arm and on the chest. I got a few tattoos. All right? What he did, I ain't going that far. Whatever. This is what you kids are doing. He got tats on his face. Is that a tear on his face? Last I checked, when gangsters put tears on their face, I don't even know if that is one. That means you took somebody out in the street. That has to be earned. So even if you're playing like that, that's not a good look. So now you're in court with a suit. To me, that suit looks baggy as hell. I've seen brothers go in a suit, going to court, and they look like that dude from the Talking Heads. Back in the 80s, there was a group called the Talking Heads, and dude used to go out there. He was a skinny dude, but he wore a big, super fat suit. And we used to laugh when we seen the brothers going. I'm like, yo, man, no one took them to go get fitted for a suit. And yo, listen, y'all in the chat, y'all know y'all supposed to get fitted for suits. When you go into a business meeting, you have to have a suit that fits properly. The blazer is not supposed to be all the way down past your thumbs. You're supposed to be able to see the cuffs from your shirt underneath. Another thing, men, everyone in this chat, every man in this chat should know how to tie a goddamn tie. Everyone. All of you typing. If you don't, thank God for YouTube. Learn it today. Another thing, all of you should have an assortment of ties in your closet right now. All of you should have about 5 button-ups, at least 3 blazers, 2 pair of shoes, some dress socks. Stop. Grow the fuck up. His earrings cost more than that suit. Take the earrings out your ear, Tank. Shave. Who's raising these kids? You heard me say this before. This is embarrassing. Tank fans, pull up. Say something to me this morning. Please. Please say something. Because failure has a domino effect. You enable this kid when he does something wrong and you say, oh, he's from the trenches. Excuse me? Excuse me? Tank could not be my son. Because on this day, I'd be like, yo, take that earring out your ear. What is wrong with you? You got fitted jeans, lime green purses, fur coats. You couldn't get a suit, a $500 suit that fits. You ain't going in there with my last name, Davis. You're representing me. Get that goddamn. His lawyer ain't telling him to get that earring out his ear. Who's representing him? If he paid more money for those earrings than he paid for his attorney, that's a sad state of affairs. Pull up, Tank fans. I know you're here, but just listen. Because you can't defend this. This is embarrassing. This right here. This right here. This is annoying. I'm not clowning this kid. I expect excellence from all my people. We're not perfect, but you need to understand we're held to a different standard. I just told y'all about KK Kovalev. Nobody talks about how he kicked the dog and beat up Becky and caught a DUI. And I think that might have been all in the same summer. That girl that he assaulted, Barbershop Conversations, Fred Hawthorne, had her on the show, y'all. Go find it. He brought light to that. Nobody talked about that. Not Mike Cappinger, not Steve Kung Fu Kim. douchebag Fisher, fat ass Dan Raphael. Fred Hawthorne's mentioned it. She was on the show. He beat her ass, left the scene, came back the next day, and when he was arrested, he had a crap load of money in his pocket. So they was trying to say maybe he was trying to pay her off. Then caught a DUI? Do y'all even know about that? And how was he awarded? A $12 million payday versus who? Canelo Alvarez. Go figure. When the Charlos did something wrong, it was all over the news. Deontay Wilder gets pulled over, has a firearm in the car, and they found a roach of weed another time in it. All of a sudden, they dragging him like he's the worst person in the world. Remember that? Same thing, Devin Haney. And the interesting thing about Devin was that you niggas jumped online and say, oh, Devin trying to be a thug. He's a schoolboy. He's trying to be a thug. He's trying to be like who? Tank Davis?
What?
Wow. Charges dropped. Newsflash. Tank's not even a thug. He's not even a thug. He was the cats around him, from what I understand, those were the street dudes. Cal, Kenny, and a list of others. Though they did all the playing in the street, so Tank didn't have to. And to that aspect, I salute them for that, because they kept Tank away from that. Do you understand? So what's the difference between what Cal and Kenny and everybody else around Tank doing for Tank than what Bill is doing for his son? Excuse me?
What?
Did you hear what I said? The difference is that's his blood son. And what I heard about Tank is that his parents didn't do the best. I'll just say that. I'm not here to violate anybody this morning. I'm not joking this morning. So if Tank had misfortune growing up, and he had people around him that loved him enough to keep him away from that shit, why did he wait to touch $1 million before he started catching felonies? Why is he not doing right by the people that raised him? Did Coach Cal or Kenny tell him to go out and act a fool? No. So why is he doing it? And then when he does it, why aren't y'all holding him accountable, saying, yo, bro, Tank, stop this. Don't do this. All I see is strong arms, strong fists. Let me ask you a question. That love letter that Shigo wrote, was any of that in the letter? Any of that? He found 1,000 reasons to big this dude up and never mentioned this. How he need to get right and how we need to stop celebrating this. Because if you love this man like you say, you will hold him accountable. You think I want to see this kid in court? This picture's embarrassing, man. Because like I said, there's people watching me right now that legit hate Tank. Because he's their favorite fighter's rival. Y'all think I want to see this kid fail? Not an 86 in that super chat. He said, salute you and salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to you. Much love and appreciation. Thank you. Let me ask you a question. Y'all think I want to see this kid fail? Y'all already put the cape on me that I'm a Tank hater. So I said, you know, F it. I'll be a hater. But you know what? When have I lied on this kid? When have I lied? Point out what I said that wasn't true, that I lied on him. I may have had a time, like when he did something that said something, I might have had a time mixed up. But the overall action, I never had to lie on this kid. Tell me when I lied on this kid. For me to talk about him, believe it or not, it's coming from a place of love. This kid is a father. And whether he likes it or not, he represents the culture. Now, what culture am I talking about? The black culture. But there's a subdivision in that culture that I don't want anything to do with. And that's niggas that run around celebrating his ignorance. He from the trenches. He can do what he wants to do. He from the trenches. Really? Are you from the trenches? Every nigga that says that, pull up. I got questions for you this morning. I got questions. Are you from the trenches? Do you celebrate ignorance? How many cases have you caught? When you showed up to your court hearing, did you show up with a baggy suit? I'm not saying it's a baggy suit. I'm just saying it looks like to me from here. And did you have those goddamn earrings in your ear? Now you stand in front of you go to court, you're judged amongst your peers. You walk in with tattoos on your goddamn face and your hair in cornrows. I know it's just a hairstyle, but goddamn it, man. You come in the door looking like you did it. And guess what? He did it. Once you're in a certain tax bracket, you're not supposed to be looking like every nigga on the corner up to no good. Grow up! Tank is in his 30s, man. When are you gonna stop celebrating nigga nonsense? When? You young kids, there's a Spike Lee movie called School Days. Go watch it. Go watch it. You idiots are celebrating a bunch of ignorance. Pull your pants up. This dude is going to a courtroom with $5,000 in his ear. Take that off. Get a grasp of the English language. Listen, if you're an adult and you still talk like your language is from a garbage can, it's okay. You know they have adult language classes. That means you're going to have to learn what words are. Read out loud. Do y'all read anymore? Read out loud. What's the last book y'all read? The last book I read was called What Choice Do I Have? By Michael Kelligman. It's a motivational book. I like to read stuff like that. It makes me feel good. I don't like moping around the crib. I mean, that's not my nature. I'm just saying you have to read stuff to uplift you. You know why I read uplifting stuff? Because then I have to deal with this. Because at any point, I can have a non-black step to me and assume that I co-sign everything that Tank does or any other black person that fucks up in the street. Hey, man, what you got to say about that Tank Davis guy? I know what they're really asking me. They want to see if I justify his nonsense. And I got to deal with that. And for Tank to put all of us in that position, that means he don't give a shit. He don't care. Why? Because he got his bag. He got his M's, right? But Tank, man, they come to my channel and they just drag you. I don't care. You know, I made $5 million and $30 million back in Baltimore. Okay. We trying to protest Gucci. And what did Floyd Mayweather do? He dropped $8 million in Gucci? Okay. After a decade of defending this man, even when he fucks up in the street and they try and drag him over something he really didn't do, they come to our channels. And all we say is, salute Floyd. Man, you know, just be more careful. Like I said before, I'm going to do what I want. Okay. All right, nigga. All right, my nigga. And that was the end of that. So now the next cracker that comes to me to, what do you think about Floyd Mayweather? I don't care. Fuck that nigga. I told him just like that. Ho, ho, hey, ho, ho. Yeah, you got one. Yeah, fuck that nigga. How about that? I'm not defending these cats anymore. I'm not defending these cats anymore. When I have a grown-ass man talking about, well, you know, the enemy of my enemy. That's your response? They're attacking Dev. They tried to literally assassinate Dev in the ring, y'all. I hope y'all know that. That was an organized effort what happened to Devin. That was an organized effort what happened to Deontay. They literally tried to kill. It went beyond embarrassing our brother Deontay. They literally tried to kill him, y'all, in the fucking ring. Y'all niggas want to talk about skinny legs. What's the matter? Deontay don't fit into y'all mold? He's tall. He got tattoos everywhere. Well, oh, I'm sorry. He's too dark. Got it. Really? Here's the truth. Never wanted to see Tank fail. I don't want to see nobody fail. I didn't want to see Anthony Joshua fail. But I had to let him go because of the choices he made. This isn't a team Devin versus team Davis. I wanted both these brothers to succeed. I just wanted them to work it out amongst each other, see who's the best in the ring. This little nigga took it too far. And y'all enabled the nonsense. Failure has a domino effect. Now this kid is in court. Let me remove every black person from this. How many times you seen Canelo in court? And he's a drug cheat. I never seen him in the court. And he actually assaulted one of those featherweight guys. Another Mexican dude broke his jaw. They were out drinking at a bar. So it's online. Look it up. Punched him in the face, broke his jaw. Another boxer too. Hit him with a closed fist. Did y'all know that? I know about it. It's online. You gotta look it up. It's online. I don't see Canelo in court. Canelo's a family man. I don't see him out, going to lounges and, trolling the Charlos or whatever he's doing. No. When Canelo's done, he goes home to what? His wife and his kids. That's what he does. What does Tank do? You know what? Never mind. Let's read. Because Baltimore judge spares boxing champ Gervonta Davis jail time for probation violation. You need to wake up. That's the quote. Look at that. Wait, hold on. That's not an earring, y'all. I stand corrected. That's a Band-Aid. Now, I don't know if his earlobe was busted. I stand corrected, y'all. I don't know if why does he have a Band-Aid on his ear? Unless it's cut. It might be cut from the Lamont Roach fight. I don't know. He might have had to have surgery. I don't know. But if you don't just cover the earring, take it out. Okay, so I stand corrected. I don't know what's going on. That's a Band-Aid. I just zoomed in on the picture. That's a Band-Aid, y'all. I stand corrected. Davis, 30, now of Parkland, Florida, traveled to Baltimore without approval from his probation agent. Why does this kid keep doing this? Huh? Why? A Baltimore judge on Wednesday spared World Boxing Association lightweight. Oh, the email belt that he got? Yeah, shots fired. The WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Tank Davis. What happened to Abdul Wahid? Where's that guy? See what I mean? You see what I mean? Okay. Jail time. Spared him jail time after he admitted to violating his probation for a hit and run that injured 4 people, including a pregnant woman. Stop right there. Y'all thought I was joking about that, right? Y'all thought I was joking about that? At this level, where he is in life, for him to have to answer to this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Circuit Judge Althea M. Handy instead extended his probation for 18 months and directed him to make a $10,000 donation to the Community Assistance Network. Oh my God. Davis, 30, now of Parkland, Florida, admitted that he left the Sunshine State without approval to travel. Stop right there. Y'all remember December 14th, we were supposed to get him versus DeMont Roach at the Toyota Center in Houston, December 14th. Remember that? Remember that? He's supposed to be in camp for that fight, but he was also around his birthday trying to go where? To Japan. You remember that? And that was a red flag for me. I said, man, you know, he's in camp. Why is he trying to go to Japan? What's that? I said, there's something strange, man. There's something strange. Okay, hope he's taking this fight serious. Whole time Lamont Roach was quiet. Remember that? I remember that. I remember that. Well, whatever. Whatever. So, he violated his probation, right? His probation agent in Maryland happened to see him eating. I can't believe this. Listen to this, y'all. His probation agent in Maryland happened to see him eating dinner on January 22nd at Proper Cuisine in Eastwood Redwood Street near South Calvert Street, downtown Baltimore, less than a half mile from the Clarence M. Mitchell and Elijah E. Cummings courthouses. Handy said Davis' probation agent in Florida has been generous and approved travel passes for him to go to the U.S. Virgin Islands twice. So she's been generous to him, and he's still out here violating. Tank is 30 years old. Why is he behaving like this? Because he just keep this in mind, y'all. Because the question is rhetorical at this point. He's 30 years old. Why is he behaving like this? I got your answer, because this is all I hear. Because he's from the trenches. He's from the trenches. Hold on, let me see if I can find this video. From trenches. It's an old ass video I saw. Oh man, no, not this one. Where is it at? You know who's in the video? Oh, this is it. 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 Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. All right, I'll play that in a minute, man. Because every time when I first heard, like, this dude was on BF's panel a while ago, and the question was asked, yo, you know, why Tank out here acting out? And dude kept saying, yo, he from the trenches. Yo, listen, I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm beyond having conversations with a lot of people. And Smoke and Talk Podcast, my brother, real Baltimore in the building, salute. Yo, I'm beyond having conversations with certain people when they talk in a particular manner. If you sound like you take a shot of whiskey before your feet touch the ground, when you get out of bed in the morning, before you brush your teeth, I really don't want to talk to you. Why am I talking to you? Yo, dog, out there for the Tank from the trenches, dog. You know, man, he from the trenches. You know, he make a deal with it, dude. Now, I don't want to talk to you, bro. I don't want to talk to you. If you can't cut that off, if you can't listen, when I get around my boys, we talk like we on the corner. But when we're around our kids, we have to talk like adults, because I want my kids to understand that they have to turn that off. You may be in a situation where you're in court and it's beyond your control, beyond your control, beyond your control, beyond your control. Leaving the scene of an accident that wasn't beyond his control. You may have to have a conversation with someone. You have to learn, you have to let them know, hey, I speak English. You might have caught me out here with a fitted cap on or with a do-rag on or whatever. You might have caught me going on my way to the gym and something happened and, I might have to talk to somebody, witness a car accident, and they're looking at me like, oh, God, I got to go talk to the guy with the do-rag. Good morning. Huh? I said good morning. Yeah, sir, you want to tell me what happened? Yeah, this vehicle A right here, ran the red light, and he T-boned that. Oh, okay, yeah. You thought you was going to talk to some dude that has no grasp of the English language. But I'm on my way to the gym. That's why this do-rag is on my head. Don't get it fucked up. But some of you niggas can't turn it off because your parents didn't teach you any better. You don't know how to turn it off. He's from the trenches. That's your response to all of this. Where the Tank fans? Where's all the challenging at? Oh, you hating on Tank. No, I demand excellence from this young king. And his behavior has been disgusting. And here he go again. Again. He has no respect for himself. He has no respect for you as a fan. And all you do is justify his stupidity. This is stupid. But let's read on. Plus, Handy noted she granted him permission to attend the 2024 Paris Olympic Games to support and advise Team USA Boxing, but she denied his request to travel to Japan for his 30th birthday. So they've been super generous with this kid. I'm sorry, this man. I'm going to stop calling him a kid. He's 30. You give him an inch, they take a yard. Y'all remember when he couldn't do anything, couldn't fight Devin or Shakur or whatever? Remember that conversation? Oh, because he's advising Team USA. I'm like, man, Team USA ain't paying his bills. Y'all remember belts don't mean nothing because belts don't pay the bills? Well, Team USA ain't paying the bills. Need to get his ass back to the States, get on his paperwork. And when he did, what did he do? Lamont Roach. And look how that turned out. At the same time, Handy said, she did not know what sentencing him to additional jail time would accomplish. Now listen to this. I don't like sending anyone to jail, sir. I really don't, Handy said. But you need to wake up. Please, she later added, I don't ever want to see you in court again. The hearing marked the latest chapter in the legal saga for the boxer who grew up in West Baltimore and boasts a 30-0-1 record. He recently held on to his belt after fighting Lamont Roach to a majority draw. Davis pleaded guilty in 2023 Baltimore Circuit Court to 4 traffic offenses, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4, in a hit and run. The crash happened about 2 a.m., November 5th, 2020. That's right around the pandemic. After he ran a red light at Martin Luther King, it would be Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. This is amazing. And Washington Boulevards in his 2020 Lamborghini. His feet could reach the pedal. That's the only shot I'm taking at him this morning. So he's driving a Lamborghini, ran the light. I heard why he ran the light back, by the way. I'm not going to put that out there. I heard why he hit. Listen. I heard why he ran the light. But whatever. And salute to the chat. If I ain't say your name, just know that I love you. I'm just cooking right now. Salute, y'all. He ran the light, hit a 2004 Toyota Solara, and slammed into the fence of a 7-Eleven. Handy sentenced Davis to 90 days of home detention plus 3 years probation, stating that he had demonstrated a consistent pattern of disobeying the law. See that? He was supposed to stay at home, and he was supposed to stay at now listen to this, y'all. This is embarrassing. He was supposed to stay at the home of Calvin Ford, his longtime coach and trainer. This grown man was released into the custody of another grown man. Okay? But Handy later revoked Davis' home detention after learning that he had been serving out the sentence in a 4-seasonal hotel and a $3.4 million penthouse condo in Locust Point. Stop right there. All right, Calvin Ford didn't know that he was in violation of his probation by doing that. Failure has a domino effect. Look at the title of the show this morning. Failure, say it with me. Failure has a domino effect. Calvin Ford didn't say, "Hey, Tank, can you do this? Wait a minute, Tank. Before you do this, can I make some calls? Tank, how about this? Before I make the call, how about you call your lawyer and ask, can you do this?" Because now Calvin Ford is caught up in this, looking crazy. In a now deleted Instagram Live, Davis called Handy crazy. Remember that? I remember that. And stated that she locked me up because basically I bought property. Remember? Remember that? Remember that? Hey, that 4-page love letter written by Box and Shigo, did he hold him accountable for any of this fuckery? Did he? Or was it a glorified dick-blowing letter he wrote? Because that's what that was. You call that talking him up? Let me remind you what that dude said, that weirdo. Will put you on a meme, meaning he'll knock you out. Absolutely true. Has his own style, chrome hearts, braided hair, leg tats. And then right underneath that, he says, exciting to watch. Excuse me? Excuse me? The exciting part was he'll put you on a meme. Then you talk about leg tats and braided hair, and then you say exciting to watch? Yeah, I know what you're watching. I know what you're watching. But wait a minute. I read that. And then I said, wait a minute. Could it be? The answer is yes. And you see, that dude over there, he leads the charge in enabling this kid to do stuff like this. Tank violated the woman that gave him a break. When in reality, he should be offering to get on his knees for her. And I say that jokingly. He should be singing her praises. Let's say that. Let's keep it professional this morning. Let's try and do that. Smash my like button and like and share this video. Tankaholics want zero smoke. Where's Victor? Where's Victor?
Good night.
I hope he's okay. Victor looking like he my age. Where's he? Where's my guest? I threw Press out of here, but I'm assuming he's listening. Talk about this. How this is an embarrassing moment for this kid. Do you think I want to see this kid going through this? I could do without the legal stuff. I could do without this legal stuff. Why can't he stay out of trouble, man? Why has this become a part of your culture? You haven't arrived until you got in trouble with the law. What happened every time? I wasn't doing content like this, but what happened when Adrian Broner was at the top of his game? What happened whenever he got in trouble? Did they not come over to the black channels? What you got to say about this? They do it every time. KK Kovalev assaulted Becky and kicked her dog. Where were the women saying, protect women? What happened? Where was Petta? He kicked the dog. He field goaled that little dude. and then caught a DUI. What happened to MAD? Moms Against Drunk Driving. Where all y'all talking about? Take his money, deport him. Not one time did y'all say deport the Russian. Not one time. Not one time did y'all talk about deporting somebody. When an athlete is black or brown, it's get him out of here. Even if the person is American. No. We're holding everybody accountable. Because what Tank is going through is not a representation of me. He took down that Instagram video. I remember it well. And honestly, I've been super lenient on Tank. Because if you remember, when he released that video, did I talk about it? No, because I was giving him a chance. I hope this brother get it together. I hope he get it together. Hope he get it together. And he never did. He's gotten worse. He's gotten worse. And his fan base has gotten worse. Yeah, said he had an issue on a plane and they kicked him off the goddamn plane. The biggest nigga in the States was KK Kovalev for a long time. How many articles were shared about him? He is a criminal. He is a woman beater. And guess what? Becky he beat up? Y'all do know Kovalev is married, right? I'll say it again. Y'all do know he's married. That wasn't his wife. That was a chick he was stalking. This is a man that killed a man with a punch in the ring. He beat up Becky. Why isn't that plastered all over the news? There was no real evidence of Floyd Mayweather physically assaulting his baby moms, but he went to jail for that. Think about what I'm telling you. We're held to a different standard. So we need to uphold that standard and put it not only at a high standard, our standards need to be on the goddamn moon. Untouchable. Instead of walking around with chrome hearts and pants sagging and $500 socks, what happened to wearing 3-piece suits? Or if you're going to wear a jumpsuit with a GTD on it. Exclusive to GTD's team. Why are you advertising for Italian designers or whatever whom you don't know and don't even like you? Name the millionaire fighter that has a clothing line that's all 3-piece suits. I haven't seen that yet. At least, you know who I have seen it? Conor McGregor had a pinstripe suit, and then when it zoomed in, this pins, it said FU on it. I said, that's actually creative. But it was a suit? How many black athletes have? Now I'm putting something out there, so if you see it past this broadcast, know that I put it out there and know that they watch Drew Titan LLC. Name the athlete that has a 3-piece suit clothing line. Name the athlete. Listen. A lot of times when I saw Lennox Lewis show up to a press conference, he was in a suit. He was in a suit. What happened to that? Bring that back. I think when Evander Holyfield went to Japan to watch Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas, he was sitting in the front row. I think he had on a suit. I think. Thank you, Snacks B. Sean Porter, at least Sean Porter's on that. The colors are a little weird, but he has a suit. I can respect it. Listen, man. I dress a certain way when I'm going somewhere and I'm going out to exercise. I'm walking to the store. But when I'm going out and about with my family, there is no do-rag on my head. My pants aren't sagging. I will wear jeans and sneakers. I might even wear a baseball cap. But I'm a father, I'm an uncle. I'm not trying to fit in with you kids, I'm not. I'm letting you know by how I present myself, how I dress, that you can learn something from me. That term OG, I kind of hijacked it. It means original gangster, but I flipped it. When I call you OG, I say original God or goddess. That's a term of endearment. That's respect. To tell somebody salute is a sign of respect. To call someone OG is a sign of respect. So I'm not calling you a gangster. I'm calling you a god. And we are gods amongst men. And it's embarrassing when I gotta look in the rearview mirror and see this young king like Tank Davis going through this, and he has control over all of this. And he clearly, I'm questioning his guidance. Why isn't Calvin Ford in his ear like that? And based off what I seen in that corner work, he don't respect Calvin Ford. He don't respect Coach Kenny. Coach Kenny got bust down to cut man. But you know what? I ain't gotta work your corner to direct you. This young man is 30 years old and he's still going through this. And did I see a new tattoo in red on his forehead? I just looked at the screen. I said, that wasn't there last week. Was it? He's still getting artwork done on his forehead? Who are you trying to reach out to? Who are you trying to relate to? Pull up, Tank fans. Let's have this conversation. Y'all are so quick to say, oh, well, you know, I can identify with that. What? All of this nigga nonsense? What are you going to tell me? Oh, you was in the street playing around and God rolled the dice on you. You got a second chance at life. And now you're on YouTube doing live streams. And you identify with this kid. That's your fucking story? It's been done. I'm tired of hearing it. It's been done. You every bit the fucking baby that he is. Because as you idolizing him, your fucking kids are idolizing you, idolizing him. And he can't stay out of trouble. Are you telling your seeds, hey man, you see this kid? We grew up alike, but what's the difference? He got all this money and he's blowing it. He's blowing it because he's irresponsible. You see, daddy was like that. But although daddy's not a multi-millionaire, and although daddy ain't got the athletic talent, daddy don't do what he's doing, and this kid might blow it. Are you telling your kids that? Are you running around here making money just idolizing this kid? Because most of us are older than this little nigga. What y'all got? Pull up! Because when I keep it boxing, you think you know every goddamn thing. I'm talking about all of y'all niggas. And I told y'all then, I'm not talking to you. My opinions on this little kid comes from the goddamn facts. And I'm not debating that with anybody. I don't have a channel to come on here and argue with a bunch of niggas that got their mind made up. Fuck that. I don't argue with women. I never did. Women call me arrogant. Oh my God, oh, you ain't want to. No, I don't want to hear you talk because you ain't saying nothing. You want to argue? Argue with yourself. I did a 180-degree turn and walked away. I will leave you standing in the street or in a restaurant talking to yourself. That's how I treat women. Why do you think I'm going to fucking argue with a grown-ass man who idolizes this kid who can't keep out of trouble and who's underachieving purposely in his boxing career? All I want this kid to do is prove he's the goddamn best. He's not doing that. That's his choice. All I want him to do is stay out of legal trouble. And he can't do that. That's also his choice. What is your fucking problem with me pointing out the discrepancies of him? Call me a liar. I dare you. I dare you. The fact that I gotta call this kid out on this nonsense. Any other time I see a troll pop up, yo, no, Drew, you wrong. Drop a link. I bet you won't drop that link. I bet you won't click it today. This kid has no integrity. He's a whole father. Most of you niggas are fathers. You idolizing this kid. Are you telling your kids not to do what he does? Let us read. He spent more than 6 weeks in jail. During Wednesday's hearing, both of his probation agents recommended jail time. You see that? Both. How the fuck you got 2 probation agents? You're a millionaire. You're fun to watch. You have chrome hearts. You're the face of boxing. You make $30 million gazillion a fight. You got probation agents that recommend you jail time. And not because you're black, but because you violated. David's probation agent in Maryland, Kaya Yancey, cooking with Kaya. That'd be funny if that was her though, right? Cooking with Kaya. Said she often has to contact members of his team or his attorney to get in touch with him. Wow. Why aren't his OGs telling him, bro, they shouldn't have to contact you. Call them. Call them. Why they calling me? Why is the Coach Cal saying, bro, why they always calling me to look for you? Are you not answering your phone? Tank, man, hold on. Everybody get out. Tank. Coach Cal should be able to talk to him like he's his dad. Because obviously, word on the street is, because I can't deny or confirm that his dad failed. His mom failed. I heard they were drug addicts. I don't know. But who are his OGs? And who's going to sit this kid down and say, yo, look, bro, you know this is serious. Why they calling me looking for you? You're not calling them? Do you know they will lock your ass up? And look at the next sentence. He's a grown man, Handy said. I don't understand. Look at this kid's face, bro. He's a grown man, Handy said. I don't understand. So when I say things like, yo, Tank's a grown man, forget this, he's a kid, he's a grown man. Where's all the hate? Why am I hating? Now I know when I upload this video, there's gonna be 1,001 niggas in here talking about, oh, you hating on Tank. Yeah, you know what? I hate his behavior. You don't hate this? You don't hate that he go, watch this. The legal system is wrong on this. They're telling you what he did wrong. You are Tank's problem. Look at how he has that tie on. Listen, let me point something out. You see this picture? The top neck is not buttoned and the tie is loose. He doesn't care. Of course he don't want to get locked up, but he doesn't give a shit. He's being inconvenienced. He's thinking about 1,000 things else he could be doing right now. He's not taking this serious. That's why they recommended to lock his ass up. He's a grown man, Handy said. I don't understand. I do understand. Because now he's also certain people's meal ticket. Can I ask y'all a serious question? Let me ask y'all a serious question. Coach Kenny and Coach Cal, and I'm not clowning. Outside of working with Tank, what do they do for a living? And that's a real question. I think, don't they own a gym? Are they working with other pro fighters is what I'm asking. Let me be very clear. Are they working with other pro fighters? Is that what they do for a living? When they do their taxes, do they claim a business and they work with fighters and you know what I mean? Outside of Tank Davis, what is their meal ticket? How do they pay their bills? That's what I'm asking because I don't know. Because what I'm getting to is everyone likes to say, oh, this guy surrounds himself with a bunch of yes men. Well, this nigga is always in trouble. And if they love Tank like a son, they need to start treating him like a son because he's behaving like a grown adolescent. Tell him he's fucking up. Because I'll be damned if my son, if my son was in trouble by choice, and it's true, you can raise kids the best way you can, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they're going to do. And if I'm sitting in my living room and the phone rings and it's a probation officer and they say, you know, we're trying to find your son and he's not answering this phone. No? You know what I'm going to tell him? Maybe one time I'll be like, all right, well, I'll contact him. The next time your probation officer calls me looking for you, you know what I'm gonna tell him? Look, I'll call him, but when y'all get a hold of him, y'all gonna have to do what y'all have to do. Cause he's grown. I raised him and he made a decision. You ain't gonna stress me out. Fair enough. There's a cutoff point. You raise your kids up, you boot them out. You did your job. And if you can say that you did it as a grown, as a functioning adult, and you provided them with the best life possible, and you can say wholeheartedly, I did right by this person. You don't let them stress you out. You got to go. I did my job. You make the bed you lay in it. I'm sure y'all heard this. You ain't gonna stress me out. You done made a baby with her? I'm not, okay, that's my grandchild. I'm not raising him. I raised you. You want to drop him off for a while so you can run the street? These chicks out here getting pregnant think that, oh, I'm going to go turn up on the weekend, leave the kids at grandparents' house. No. Don't leave them here. You did this after we told you not to. Now you need a break? Ain't no break. I have a break with your ass. You were born in such and such, and I ain't get a break, and now you're 25 years old, and no, you're out the house, now you're a whole adult. There ain't no breaks. For the next 25 years, like you, like when I raised you. Because if you leave the kid here, I'm going to break my foot off in your ass. This is silly. And who the hell did that tie? Lord, man. He's a grown man. It says right here. He's a grown man here. And he said, I don't understand. Right? Assistant State's Attorney David Owens, chief of the misdemeanor jury trial unit, said he spoke with Baltimore State's Attorney Ivan Bates about the case, and he proposed a $25,000 fine. They're still looking out for this kid. Is there a reason you spoke to State's Attorney Bates about this matter? Handy asked. Owens replied that Bates assigned him to the case, so he is requesting $25,000 fine. Handy inquired, period. Yes, Owens responded. Hunter Pruitt, I'm sorry if I'm ruining the name, Davis' attorney, implored the judge to spare his client jail time. Davis, he said, has completed all the special requirements of probation and given back to the community in multiple ways. Here's the bullshit. All right, obviously, Pruitt said it's a regrettable decision. It wasn't under the guise of doing something illegal, he added. He was training. Davis apologized for his actions and reiterated that he had been training. But Handy noted that Davis was at a restaurant with a group of people. His probation agent in Maryland just happened to spot him. This is just so messy. You weren't training, she said. You were out celebrating. He clarified that he had been training in Washington, D.C., but went to Baltimore for dinner. Oh, my God. Hey, man, I'm on probation, right? I was training in the Bronx, but I had to go eat in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Whole different other state. You know what I mean? And Fort Lee's not far from me. When the highway's clear, I can get to Fort Lee, New Jersey from the Bronx in literally like maybe 15 minutes. But it's in another state. What do you, okay, fine. Another city, whatever. Following two separate discussions at the branch, Handy handed down the sentence. The only reason she wants to see him back in her courtroom, she said, is if he goes to law school and becomes an attorney. So she don't want to see him back. She don't want to see him back. He's from the trenches. He's from the trenches, y'all. This is what I think.
on these bitches, just fuck on these bitches, it's always my business. Look, unfortunately, fuck, we need fast cash. Run around like a shit bag there. We see it, we wonder, we bag there. We be on it, I'm shopping, we tag that. I'm from the trenches. I'm from the trenches. I'm from the trenches. We smoke the funkiest stitches. I gotta get in my fingers, keep bitching, keep daddy, keep pushing the word like a bitch. Wait, one more time.
So when you ignorant niggas justify Tank's behavior and talk about he from the trenches, know that that's what I think about. That's the first. That video is like about a decade old. When I first heard that, I was on the floor. I couldn't breathe. I needed oxygen. They almost had to call a goddamn ambulance for me. So when I first heard a nigga talk about, yo, Tank from the trenches, man, y'all have no idea how stupid you are. Quick story. Y'all ever knew somebody that really used words that they didn't understand what they meant? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. This dude was having a conversation and he said, I don't remember exactly what he was talking about, but he said, yeah, you know, the erotic thing about it is that what he said doesn't make any sense. And he said it like twice, and we was looking like, you said the what about it? The erotic. The erotic thing about erotic. Don't you mean the irony behind it? And it was just a blank stare. And he said, yeah, that's what I meant. And he just kept talking. I had to turn my head. Because I was trying not to laugh. He said erotic, and he said it twice, like he knew what the fuck he was talking. I said, what about this conversation is making him horny? What is he talking? I like looked at him, me and my boy, we was like, what'd you say? He said, oh, do you mean the irony behind it? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh shit, this nigga's retarded. Erotic? Erotic? Really, dude? That's not the first time he did that. Other time, this is way back in the days. This is when I worked at Kmart. Y'all remember Kmart? Dude said, yeah, I got French benefits over here. And this girl was like, God damn it, if you don't stop saying that. He said, what? You mad at my French benefits? I was banging my head on the wall like, oh my God, this nigga's really this dumb. It's fringe benefits, you stupid. Oh, I wanted to punch him. He said, we don't get French benefits. I wanted to kick him down a whole flight of steps, man. I said, no one is this dumb. Oh my God, no one is this stupid. No one on planet Earth. French benefits, the erotic thing behind this. Get your language straight. I'm a brr than you looking ass. These niggas right here.
I'm from the trenches. The trenches. Where niggas be screaming on love for these bitches, just fuck on these bitches, it's always my business. Look, unfortunately, fuck, we need fast cash. Run around like a shit bag there. We see it, we wonder, we bag there. We be on it, I'm shopping, we tag that. I'm from the trenches. I'm from the trenches. I'm from the trenches. We smoke the funkiest stitches. I gotta get in my fingers, keep bitching, keep daddy, keep pushing the word like a bitch. Wait, one more time.
Nigga. Yo. Okay. All right. Well, I'm good on this. Baby Tank, I'm disappointed, bruh. What are the odds? Is Vegas doing odds that he fucks up again and be in front of this judge? And salute to her, Althea M. Handy. We salute to that queen. I read her credentials at the top of the show. So she's triple OG. She's more than qualified. And she still gave light skin a break. She did the grandma thing and still gave him a break because he's supposed to be. And two of his probation officers said, lock his ass up. Now you fought to a draw and your ass almost went to jail. This is ridiculous. Somebody tell this kid to grow the fuck up. And shout out to Althea M. Handy. Salute to you, queen. We love you. You did your job. And I wouldn't have been mad. Nobody would have been mad if you did your job by handing them some jail time. Because sometimes, you know what? Sometimes jail is the best thing for a person before they get locked up. Mike Tyson got locked up over some bullshit. But number one, he didn't get caught for doing the things he shouldn't went to jail for. He openly admitted that. That's number one. Number two, at that point in his life, there was a lot of things happening. And although he got locked up on some nonsense, maybe at that time in his life, jail was the safest place. Listen to what I'm saying. Jail was the safest place for him. Because there was a lot of things happening around him at 100 miles an hour. And he needed to slow down. And although he went on some nonsense, because I totally don't believe that he did what they accused him of doing, but I think it saved his life. God works like that. So I don't know whether tankers are, you done bought the block and then they burned it and whatever it is, then you went Muslim, right? This was the judge that you told this shit to. Remember when I told y'all, hey, if he's turning Muslim, I support that, but we're going to see. Is he behaving like that? Is he behaving like a Muslim? No. What happened to Abdul Wahid? Don't know. What happened to the block he bought? Heard he sold it. And now he's violating probation. You're training in D.C., you're spotted in Baltimore. What the fuck you doing, bro? All right, man. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Until next time. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. I'm going to try and go live on my Patreon tonight. I'm going to try. I have to figure out how to work that out. I wanted to do pep talk last night, but guys, I was just sleepy, man. I was sleepy. I work hard. But just be on the lookout for that. I might do pep talk on Patreon tonight. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Go subscribe to the Patreon. It's raw, uncut, and it's unfiltered.
I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon, Drew Titan, LLC.
Let's work, man. I see y'all. When I see y'all, man. Much love, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.